Welcome back. Former Egyptian President Hosni Mubarak will be released on a corruption case. This is according to a verdict given by the court on Sunday. Last week, Mubarak was released on allegations of killing protesters. However, he will remain in prison on two other corruption cases against him. His retrial will open on 11th May, a Cairo appeals court says. The retrial was meant to begin on 13th April, but collapsed when the presiding judge withdrew from the case. Mubarak was convicted last June of conspiring to kill protesters during the 2011 revolt. He was sentenced to life in prison. All right, let's discuss this further with CCTV's Adel Mahrouki joining us live from Cairo. Adel, what is this new development in the Mubarak trial mean for his upcoming retrials?
Well, basically, all what it means is that according to the Egyptian law, it clearly states that in a certain case, a defendant or an accused person cannot stay in provisional detention for more than 2 years. And as former President Hosni Mubarak has been submitted to prison on the 12th of April 2 years ago, he cannot stay on these particular cases in detention anymore, and that's why the corruption cases and the killing of protesters cases that was filed in 2011, he got released from them, specifically that an appeal has been accepted and will resume, as you said, in May. However, he still remains in detention or provisional detention on charges of other corruption cases that have been just recently added to the long list of trials that President Hosni Mubarak will be facing through the coming months, maybe years, who knows. Beside that, the president is no longer in the military hospital. He has moved back to the Torah prison. He remains in the hospital facility after the prosecution made sure that according to Mubarak's current health conditions and the preparations in the Torah prison hospital, the former president could remain in a healthy condition and under good medical supervision in the prison itself. So he has already been moved to the Torah prison in its hospital, and his two sons, Gamal and Ala, has applied to join their father, instead of remaining in their cells, to join their father in the hospital to give him some medical care and look after him. It's still been under the investigation or under the decision of the prosecution and the prison's authority to give them clearance to join the former president or not. Meanwhile, we have still no other information but that President Mubarak's health condition is stable and he should face trial on the 11th of May on the same case of killing the protesters and the original corruption case that have been filed against him. It doesn't mean that there is no evidence on the former president himself. It also doesn't mean that the new investigation committee or fact-finding mission did not achieve anything new. However, it just means that due to these regulations and Egyptian law, he was released, or specifically for these two charges only.
All right, Adel, we have to leave it there for now. Thanks very much for joining us.